Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, to boldly, Squirrel, October 23rd, 2022.
October 23rd. Damn, go ahead, shit. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. To boldly, Squirrel. To boldly, Squirrel. Where no one had Squirrel before. Is everybody ready for some boring excitement? Boring stuff excitement. Non-exciting gameplay of Star Trek Online. Well, we all talk about things that aren't pertaining to what I'm playing. Even myself, I don't do that either. Strictly keeping it Star Trek Onliners. Ooh, Rex about to pop. Look at that. Popping that ass. Kept one more section needs to get captured. Never gonna give you up, never gonna make you mine, never gonna fuck around. So let's see, endeavors today, which might bump it up. Not too sure. Yeah, it sure will. It will. Okay. Deal kinetic damage space. Destroy Zenkethi's ships in Gankra battle zone. Defeat Herc attendant ground. Yes. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Guess I'm gonna go over and do that then right down here. Command center. Let's go over here. Never gonna give you up. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Looks like we both know what's been going on. Ah, shit. Ooh, it bounced back. Other stuff's getting captured. Oh, come on. Doot. Because that one's getting captured, and I want to be near a Rex when this happens. See what happens? You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens? And y'all pay attention to that guy there, okay? No need to abort. The countdown starts. Nothing left to chance. All is certain. Oh, dude. Nat key, man, Nat key. One more blast and they're gonna get it. Suki, no! They're not even moving. They're just standing still. Sucks. It's stupid. Cool, now stop shooting and run. Oh, she got healed by somebody. That's nice. Let's go join them over there at the park, or at the here. And then let's throw this shuttle in for good measure. Well, no, okay, never mind. Hopefully we get something out of that when we did not. Yay, that didn't work at all. Jump and stop. There we go. Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. And then later, when it gets dark, we go home. No. Tarzi, no. She's in shock. Clear.
All 3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work. The bomb fortress has engaged transporters. Troops inbound.
Troops inbound, Captain. At time. Sometime, empty time. Outskirts, and then switch over to map. Bam shakalakam. Wham bam, no thank you, madam. I'm gonna shoot that console. Make sure it stays dead. Lilu. Lilu. Somebody's waiting for Lilu. No final place, 'cause she's Lilu. Anti-time. Which wee bird. Kaboom! Someone tell me long ago. Never gonna give, gonna give you up. Let me arrange that a little bit. Just a little bitch, hey baby, just a little bitch. What you want? Huh. Baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. Dookie dookie, fuckity boop. Doo doo. Haha. Come on, girls. Now it seems we're heading for a final curtain. I think I'm going to get some Phoenix upgrade boxes and give them to them. Give the boxes to them and via upgrades. Via upgrades. Because how much is it to upgrade? I can't do it right now. Thank you very much, Mr. Rabada. Because I want to upgrade that. If I'm going to allow them to use it, they might as well be at the best that it can be there. Epic level almost. If not, ultra rare. Ultra rare. Wow. Ultra rare. Y'all go take care of the outright. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. I need to get some more garlic. Well, you can thin that blood out there that's thickening itself up. See a lot of posts that nobody's paying attention to. Come on, y'all can knock them down faster than that shit. Do not collect. Do not collect. Damn it. How many do I have then? 7? My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name. It's MAYR. My beefaloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name. It's MAYR, MEYR, error. Choir. Reputation. Which one was it? It wasn't this. It was something else. Let's see. 73 of those, so yeah. One more day of that gets to 35 tomorrow, then 40, and then I'll only have like 10 more points to get. 90 up to getting there closer to. Nice. 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 Ooh, I don't have any more for that one. Damn. Double damage on y'all. How do you look? Gamma? You can do gamma. Why didn't I do gamma before? What the fuck? Why did I stop at gamma there? Okay, competitive. 13. I need to start that one eventually.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Thank you very much, Mr. Spock. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. The danger, look behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. Okay. Only 500.9. I have 500.9. She has 556. It's the same shield. What the hell? 556 there too. What was the deal, Layla? Okay, yeah, we're gonna buy some Phoenix packs. Got one of those. And gonna open those suckers up. Not a damn thing. 'Cause we didn't get a damn thing. The other day I got like 3 of those ultra rares. Well, that was really awesome. Okay. Tarzy. I'm gonna give that to you. No up there, okay. At least get you up there to the to that right there. Okay. Honey, you give love a bad name. Ooh, 751. Look at that. Why are theirs so much higher than mine? Health. Their health is lower though. Upgrade item. Let's taking her fishing. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's got the same run speed and everything. Tarzy. Tarzy and the monkey man swinging on a rubber band. Yeah, that can stay at where it's at right now. Cold flash, hyperonic radiation, vascular regeneration. Sure. Stasis field. What does she do if she's like a till specialist here? Fake explosive damage when low hope hit points resets all threat to 0, plus run speed for 10 seconds, 600 stealth for 10 fragile. Deploy tripwire drone. Creates a level 51 tripwire drone which will travel towards your target. No. Photonic decoy. Jackson fragile damage. Sight to sight and snare. Not really much to choose from on that. She's science, so she would need like some sort of good thing to do. Interrogation gas. Electrographic field. Plus 41.9 maximum hit points. Nice. Okay. Okay. We can hear your breath ringing in the air. You hear your people junkie. So sea of joys in which we are glad to drown. Change character. Tonight is or today in BBC land was Doctor Who's Power of the Doctor. Wonder if that was any good. I'll watch it eventually whenever I'm able to in the future. When it becomes available to the U.S. United States as his peoples. So I think they have BBC, like, the U.S. stuff. I'm not sure. Who the hell knows? Who the hell gives a shit, anyway? I don't know why I'm really mad. The meanderings of a moron. Congratulations, you figured it out. Previously on Moron. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. Yay! I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to wet my pants and I think I don't want to. Yeah. I'm so excited. I don't give a fuck about wanting to do it. I have no ambitions. Whoops. Whoops it daisy, mister. Dr. Loomass, you bastard. Tricks are for kids. Silly bastard. Oh, Carl revived him? Oh no, somebody else did, okay. Let's get my tentacle, my dick and hoe. I wanna get my dick and hoe. Dick and hoe, dick and hoe. I wanna get my dick and hoe. Yay! Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. 'Cause I am the evil, damn it. I am the villain of the story. Bob Vila guest stars.
I need TV for my bunghole.
We're all out, sorry, sir. Hello, Darth Dragonborn 107. How are you doing?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, just took a 15-second ad before I got in here.
Holy shit. Wish I could disable those.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, so I need.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Yeah, I wish I could disable ads. With or without, like, people that subscribe, of course, I have it where it blocks the ads, but you can't block them for just people who don't. And if you're not affiliate, partner, or whatever, the ads will play anyway. I don't know how to get rid of them. Twitch wants their money. You can set it up to like an interval type thing, but whatever, but it still has them on there. It was something like play so many and have 10 minutes free of ads or something, which I think is bullshit. Shouldn't have any ads.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, it's also why people are leaving Twitch.
Oh, people are actually leaving Twitch? I didn't know that. Like the big players, because of the ads. Gonna make it break you, make it faking like a sticky neck and shake it like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the milk and look. How can I help it if I think I find it when you're mad? Oh. I'm not all caught up on the whole stuff going on thing.
Pensive 9671 has started stalking you.
Pensive 1671967. Hello there. Thank you for the follow. Follower. Started stalking. Yeah, I haven't been catching up on all the ins and outs of Twitch and things these days. Or ever, really. Never really paid attention.
Pensive9671 says, another Star Trek Online player.
Yes, we are playing Star Trek Online. Are you a fan of of Star Trek? Star Trek Online? The show that asks questions. Defeat Voth in Battle Zone completed. Nice. Continue that. How many of whatever do I have here? I only have 16 refined. What about my
I need
exchange
TP
one?
for my bunghole.
Pensive9671 says, Commander Arnold looks like a thumb.
Commander Arnold. He's only a commander. He never made it to captain. He's only a commander. Let's see if he's alive. He's not alive. He's always just standing there, upset and stuff. Commander Arnold. His name is Commander Arnold. So,
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. This is not a cartoon, sir. So, Pensive 9671. Do you play Star Trek Online? I kind of think you do. If so, what faction do you like the most? And how many characters do you have? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. No boop on that one. Tries again. Go through them. No boop. No boop for you. Guess 16 is gonna be the magic number here. Oh my gosh. There's gotta be something more going on there. I swear. I know sometimes it doesn't want to update. Tactical officer. It's a tactical officer. Tactical officer. We can do that one more time. Nice. Okay, get that going. And might as well do Dyson again for that one, because I got plenty of those. Okay. Right. Okay. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Has the whole world gone crazy?
Yes!
Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Yes, you are. Hello, Sam Urith. Sure, Sam Urith. Sam Urith. Fuffer and fuckatast. Latesha is next on our
Samuraith
line.
says, yes he is.
He's the only one that gives a shit about the rules. Yeah, I give a shit about the rules and stuff. Commander Arnold, I am here. Kirk gives the official look of the back and forth. William Shatner could hold the whole ship together himself. We need someone to play the first officer. I'm here. I'm over here. No, but I'm over there at the same time. Cuts to Shatner, talking to Shatner about shatting. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames got higher. Oh, there's no Voth over there this time. That's weird. I got shot. I got shot in the head. I got shot right there.
Samuraith says, the line must be drawn here.
Here! The line must be drawn here! Oh, father. Father? Yeah, I don't have a clip of that yet. I nads to get one. I nads to
Samuraith
get one
says,
really one.
this far no father.
No father? He's like is he from Brooklyn or something? Or Boston? From the Harbor? The car. Rhode Island. Up there. Up there where Peter Griffin's at over here. Oh, Peter Griffin likes to be up there. You gotta want that cowbell. You gotta want that cowbell, you know. Yeah, hi. I gotta have more cowbell, baby. You know, it's one thing to talk about cowbells. It's another thing to talk about that particular cowbell.
Samuraith says, gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Milk comes from a cow, as does the bell. The cowbell. Hear me. In a day. Give me back my fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Give me back my fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Fire.
Samuraith says, but it has to draw hiya.
Has to draw yeah? Yeah? Hiya?
Great, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, remember this life advice, kids. Every hole is a goal.
Every hole is a goal. You must find a way to get into the hole. To penetrate where no one has penetrated before. To stop the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers. More than meets the eye.
Samuraith says, every hole can be filled.
Every hole can be filled and penetrated. Let me see. Outskirts. Gotta be the outskirts. Let's see. Which one is it? Yep. Outskirts every damn time. Every damn time. Let's do this one over here. Since we're already in this shitty. That time we were in the shitty.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Yeah. Bob Ross, the serial killer.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says,
saw something, but
yet and I filled her
it went
hole in the
away.
woods.
Try the
I
other
mean
eye.
what?
I mean, what?
I've got
Yeah.
2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
I did who?
Look over here.
Damn it, Beavis, you can't do anything right. Step aside.
The Rex is being broadcast live in 3D.
All 3
Previously
Sentinels
on
are
Star
under
Trek.
control. Excellent work.
Samuraith says, in the woods, damn it, mister, with wood I assume lol.
With the woods. Wood that you find yourself in the woods. The wood is... not just the woods, but the wood is... What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Oh my god, really? It's here again. That's interesting. We'll get a second chance at going over here. 2 Rexes in a row.
Prototype 71 says, reminds me of that Back to the Future ad for Jaws 8 or whatever it was, with Jaws in 3D.
3D!
Samuraith says, a horse is a horse, of course.
Of course. Hello there, Prototype 71. How are you? You like Star Trek Online too? Yes, the anti-time thing does that cool effect that looks like a 3D type thing. Yay,
Samuraith
nothing.
says, Mr. Ed.
Mr. Red.
Darth Dragonborn
Yes.
107 says, oh yeah, had to ram that wood into the hole. Hole was being a brat, so I treated the hole in kind.
Treated the hole in kind.
Prototype 71 says, yeah, I have it running on another monitor right now too.
Ooh. Sweet. How long have you been, like, playing Star Trek Online? Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake! Boingy,
Samu
boingy,
Wraith says,
boingy.
what happened? Romeo India Zulu says, alright, stop what you're doing cuz I'm about to ruin the image and style that you're used to. Samu Wraith says, Snake.
Hello, Riz. About to ruin the image and style that you're used to. Uh-oh. Oh no. I'm
Samu Wraith
I'm
says,
nervous.
Riz ruin it.
3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
Prototype 71 says, I was an original lifetime sub, but barely played until this year. Spent all my 70k Zen on all sorts of ships. Romeo India Zulu says, Humpty Dance? No?
Humpty Dance? Humpty Dance. What is Humpty Dance? Humpty Dumpty. He sat on the wall, that guy. I heard he had a great fall. I don't know things.
What?
What is your name? What is your quest? What is the average velocity of an elephant follow? Baby like to rocket like a boogie woogie poo poo head. Original lifetime sub, barely played it this year. Spent all years 7.
Samu Wraith says,
Wow.
the Riz dance ritual you don't know it lol.
70,000 Zen. Holy cow. On all sorts of ships. Wow. So, yeah, if you hadn't have been playing it for that long, at 500 automatic Zen per month, damn, that's awesome.
Prototype 71 says, yeah, you get 500 a month for being a lifetime sub.
Murdoch says he hasn't been getting that. He's gave him like tickets and everything, and they hadn't even figured out why or something. Murdoch's, he's another player. Snake, what happened?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Humpty Dance is where you go up to a pole and hump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Chef Yeoxide has rated you with a party of 1.
Hello there, Chef J Oxide. Snake, what happened? Snake, you little bastard. Snake. Here.
Chef Yeoxide says, there was more but they all left haha.
Yeah, nobody likes to raid me. That's why I had raiding turned off, actually. I turned it back on due to peer pressure. Flush little toilet, don't you cry. You're gonna have water in your eye. Yep, flush it down the toilet. I had it disabled, but everyone kept telling me I needed to turn it back on, so I did. So do you, Chef J Oxide, do you stream Stowe?
Chef Yeoxide says, I started playing Stowe just last week, I love it so far.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of
Samu
stuff
Wraith
in it,
says,
doesn't it?
in your POOPOOI.
Poopai. Poopai? Papaya. Started playing it just last week. What did you start as on there? Were you Federation, Klingon, Romulan? What did you choose? And you're probably familiar with Star
Murdoch
Trek
says,
to know what you need.
Chef Yeoxide says, human fed.
Human fed. Murdoch, do you still not get 500 Zen per month for being lifetime sub for yourself? Or did that finally get fixed or whatever? Human fed. So what is your level so far?
Murdoch says, it's hard to tell, I never notice. Murdoch says, they told me they did.
I told you. In a day.
Samu Wraith says, it's not worth it to lifetime sub on console Scorp.
Yeah, that's what I had heard. Because you don't really get the same kind of benefits as PC. Well, Murdoch's proto. Dang it! I'm getting shot at. Prototype 71 says he just came back to Star Trek and after being gone for so many years and got 70,000 Zen because of the automatic 500 a month. That's pretty awesome. So if it's 500 per month to that, it's 1,000 each.
Samu Wraith says, that's sweet.
That is pretty sweet. I don't know. I couldn't.
Murdoch
Again, I
says,
can't see myself.
Yet it's best not to play Stow so you notice LOL.
Yeah.
Romeo India Zulu says, on the other side of that coin, we can buy it with Zen, so depending on how hard you grind, the Lifty Time sub can he free.
That's right. That's right. It can be free. Yeah, it can be free, and that's one of the things too I'm jealous about because it's what, like average of 300
Samu Wraith
US
says,
dollars.
LOL.
And an average of 300 US dollars, like who's gonna like pay that much? You know, to just get a few little perks or something out of a game. If you barely play it, or if you aren't
Romeo
into it
India
like
Zulu
others are.
says, but the stipend is the kicker.
Because I know, like, you know, they have it on sale every once in a while, like, you know, half off, like 150 USD or something like that. I still just can't see myself doing lifetime. As much as I play this thing every single day, you would think I'd do that, but...
Prototype 71 says, I think it was 400 when I originally got it. Got the full pack with the art books, the Fedcom pin and stuff.
Oh, wow, they actually gave out things back then, huh? Huh, wow. I don't even think they do that. They just, like, have you pay. Oh, my, indeed, sir. That's an official
Murdoch says, I went to some clubs last night and drank too much. One club had devil women wiping each other, very nice. But I feel on the way to my car. I landed on my right shoulder and I hurt it bad. Got an x-ray so no brakes, so it was something else. It felt dislocated. I had to push it back in with other arm.
Is it the same arm that you keep having, like, you had trouble with before? With the needle? Dude, you need to, like, put yourself in some armor or bubble wrap when you go
Murdoch
out.
says, no other side.
The other side? Yeah, you need to, like, get some protective padding when you go out. Where's he gonna end up next? Find out next week on an
Murdoch
all-new
says,
episode.
True LOL.
And get you some of that sparring gear they use in karate and stuff. Some headgear. Elbow pads, knee shin guards. Heck, get a like a catcher's outfit like thing, you know, with the little the padding on the front too, so in case you fall on your, you know, forward or whatever, you just land on that. Someone asks you, well, what's that padded helmet for? Oh, you'll find out. You just wait and see whenever I fall over. Yeah, you're gonna wonder about it then, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Murdochs, did you get any kind of cool trinkets whenever you became a subscriber to Star Trek Online? Physical, like, things that they sent you in the mail or anything like that? I'm just curious. As I am curious.
Murdoch says, like in real life?
Yeah, because that's what Prototype 71 was saying. Like, they got a full pack, art books, Federation comm pin, and stuff. Whenever they subscribed and paid like $400 back in the day. So what did they give you besides a hard time? Hard time is screwing you over on stuff.
Murdoch says, no LOL, I didn't get shit, they must have added it. They don't have subs now, only lifetime. Murdoch says, I did subscribe way back when though.
Way back when, about a year ago. Yeah, so now they just take your money and that's it. So Chef J Oxide, how far into the character leveling are you on Star Trek Online? Are you learning like what the best stuff is and what kind of ship you want to have or anything, or are you just kind of winging it right now? That's how I kind of am still, and started with the game was just putting just everything I could into my characters and just random stuff that I got along the way versus knowing actually what I needed to do. Let me tell you, because it's like a formula. You gotta figure stuff out. What kind of weapons you want to have. What kind of ship setup you need. If Arcanoloth were here, he would tell me to do the stow better thing for you since you started. Let's see.
Stream Elements says, https://sites.google.com/view/stawbetter.
Yeah. And a chatter in here named Arcanoloth recommends that for people who just start playing. Now, are you in it for the experience and like the story missions, or like just do you want to do like the damage per second, the DPS stuff that people do, the challenges or whatever they do, the tournaments and whatever they did, leaderboards, something like that, or just to have some fun, immerse yourself into the Star Trek universe? If you just started like a week ago, then hopefully you're participating in the Cat's Tail event that's going on right now. Every single day you do that, you work your way
Romeo
toward...
India Zulu says, there's also an article on Reddit by Sizer titled How to Build a Fucking Ship that has pointers too.
It actually says that, how to build a fucking ship. That's funny. Step 1, throw your old ship away. Step 2, go to the nearest corner of the galaxy and steal a ship. No, I'm kidding. You can't steal it. Well, you can sort of like get a ship and pretend it's stolen, like Gary does. Gary the Klingon. Talking away. Oh, I don't know what time to say. I'll say it anyway. Yeah, he's not in here anymore. Never mind, never mind on them questions. Never mind. Okay. Oh, still gotta do that. There we are. I'm eager to watch Doctor Who. So eager, because I'm ready for one reign of it to end and the new one to begin. And what would be pretty awesome, since today night was like, this is October 23rd, or 23rd of October, depending on where you are in the world and how you say your dates, back and forth, left and right. My side, your side, my side, Stark would say on Farscape. So yes, tonight it's the last episode or last adventure of the female Doctor, and then Russell T Davies is taking over showrunner again. So I'm wondering if he'll have a Christmas special, because we haven't had one of those in a long time. We've had like a New Year's and then a little after that kind of thing, but they used to stick to a routine like every single year. They would have like a Christmas special, and that would be something to look forward to on Christmas Day. And I thought that was so awesome, you know? And then they kind of did away with that whenever Chinball took over. I mean, Chibnall. Damn it. I'm even saying the way other people say it. Shit. I guess if you do move those letters around, though. I mean, the character. Yeah. So it's CHIB. N-A-L-L, so, or N-A-L, something like that.
Arcanoloth says, who's shithole?
Who is shithole? Hello, Arcanoloth. Had a newbie to Star Trek Online and loving it. They stream and stuff too. And I recommended to them the Stow Better link, and I guess they went to it. I haven't seen them back on here. It's one of those things. Oh, a link. Clicks on it and make you leave the Twitch. Okay. Alright, I got that. Next, down to here. Phew.
Arcanoloth says, yup, that link is much better than me copy-pasting it all into chat.
That's right. You can make it like a little script. You know, write the script, not a programming script, but an actual like movie script type thing. You can copy paste it to where it'll like automatically fill it in and stuff like that. It starts off on a long journey through the wilderness in Star Trek Online. Your character begins their quest in the tutorial session. Has anybody actually ever made a how to get to whatever thing, like basically a from the main menu creating a character all the way to level 65 tutorial type thing? Like the best way, not like the fastest way, but you know, an average way to get to level 65. Like, you know, instead of doing this, go here, do these missions, stuff like that. You know, not a speedy type, but just an average, like, you know, where you want to go with it type thing. Like, you know, in the game, how it's like it tells you to do certain things, and you're like, okay, and you do it, and you don't get anything really out of it, so you do things other people have figured out. It's almost like Minecraft, you know, how they have this official book on how to play and beat Minecraft that the developers say how you're supposed to do it, and everybody else has been doing it their own way, and that's never been like discussed until now, like that you're supposed to build this type of shack thing or whatever, and when you go to Nether and all that, and to actually beat it. But anyway, the same thing goes for a lot of games. Like a how to get to whatever, if there's an end game for certain people in the game. An end game, I guess, would
Romeo
be
India Zulu says,
level
best
65.
way is missions, so you accumulate dilly and expertise as well.
Yeah.
Patrols are fastest, but you will need more expertise for reps. Hitting 65 in 30 minutes doesn't get you set PI3 CES or awesome gear.
Right.
Join a fleet and make friends.
Yeah, that's one of the good ways, yes. And I was like thinking, you do the tutorial, and it's supposed to tell you enough of what to do, you know. But in my opinion, it's not really a whole lot, because you know how a lot of people talk about that the game really doesn't teach you how to play it. You kind of just figure it out through other people or just yourself figuring it
Arcanoloth
out.
says, yet I wouldn't wreck the pitroll grind to a new player. Rushing them to 65 does not give mission sets Oregon build knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of the missions kind of sort of teach you a lot of the game stuff, you know, because it even has the voice of the computer thing talking to you while you're doing it, you know. This right here is what the Bible said, you know, whatever. I mean, if I were good at this game and knew what the hell I was doing, I could make one. You know? Get ridiculed out like left and right about it if I did it now. I mean, like something that in the tutorial it says, okay, at this point in the game, you should think about what kind of weapon set you'd like to have on your
Murdoch
ship.
says, when you hit 65 you get organ donor knowledge and awesome beer.
You automatically like Digivolve or whatever it is, like Pokemon Evolve. Pikachu, I choose you. Are you fucking serious? Look at the size of that
Arcanoloth
son of a
says.
bitch. Organ donor knowledge. Like you become wise all of a sudden. Like, you know, during most of it, whenever you're swapping out for engines and getting faster engines.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, fellas.
Hello, Pale Chimera. But, you know, like, you start off with this, and then they're like, okay, get this, but this is okay
Arcanoloth
temporarily,
says,
you know.
Yet, was talking with Oxnix about this. The tutorial tells you the skill trainer exists, but there is no hard check that forces you to actually do it to progress, so you can just ignore it and then forget hat info.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've actually done that before. My main character that I used to have, I completely, like, didn't even do it. It said, you can do this here, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you can. You don't have to. So I left it blank, not knowing that I actually needed to do that to make things better. It's like, this here, you know, the
Murdoch
roster.
says, another option is to stop logging into Stowe. Just saying, it's an option. Arcanoloth says, it's like if I went to math class and sat there and expected to absorb it all just from the lecture and then take the test without practice. Fail the shit out of that test if I do that. Brains don't download info that way, you have to practice.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's.
Like, on my first official character before the one I call my official one now, I never used the active space or active ground because I didn't know really about doing that. I don't even know if the game tells you. I can't remember if it tells you or not, like that you can put characters there or something. So I didn't figure that out until later on when someone mentioned it. And so that can be another thing that someone can have a tutorial about or whatever, you know, like make notes. Admiralty, it says it gets unlocked, but it doesn't tell you like what it actually does, you know. R&D, it doesn't say, oh hey,
says,
you know.
Stowe builds are a complex set of moving parts yet.
Like, you know, this tells you, okay, well, you can upgrade this, but it doesn't say, okay, you need to hit level this or level 20 to actually get the maximum stuff you can out of this, you know. A lot of that it just doesn't say. And especially, like, even the Endeavors thing. Whenever they introduced this, the Endeavors stuff, I really didn't know what to do with it. Because I was like, okay, I'll do this every once in a while, little perks here or there. I didn't know that it actually was really helpful to do that, you know. So there's a lot of stuff in the game that isn't really advertised.
Reddit has that Admiralty guide called How to Not Be Poor, and I think Stowe better links to it somewhere.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's like all sorts of little things in the game that are just kind of ignored by the main part of the game as being, oh hey, don't forget about this, or abandoned technology in the game, you know, that people could still probably use that's just forgotten over time. I think, anyway, like somebody
Murdoch
might want to
says,
have something.
I did pick up the Vortex probe today since it was 70% off.
Vortex probe? What's that? To boldly probe where no man has probed before. It's like, you know, the accolade thing. Does anybody have
Arcanoloth says,
an accolade
but yet,
thing?
you have to first recognize that you have a build problem before you go looking for stuff like Stowe better, and lots of people just assume the game is busted and quit, which is why I wanna raise awareness. It's a fun game once you get into it, but you gotta be willing to put in that 5 minutes of effort being uncomfortable before you figure it out.
Yeah. Raise awareness.
Murdoch says, Vortex Probe is a Borg console, so works good with a Borg theme build.
Vortex
Murdoch
probe.
says, plus 19% exotic damage plus 5% turn rate, scales with auxiliary power, plus 12.5% cooldown reduction on temporal operative bridge officer abilities, temporal vortex create moving anomaly, radiation DMG slow, create a temporal vortex for 30 SEC that travels to the targeted foe's current location. To each foe in the vortex's cone, asterisk 1652.6 radiation damage per SEC asterisk minus 44.4% flight speed and turn rate 2 minutes recharge. Arcanoloth says, Vortex probe is solid for exotics yet, I had it in rev set from events, looking real hard at the Risian weather ship for the console. Even nerfed it's still top 10.
Dude, I think you'd be awesome at making like
Arcanoloth
a
says,
how-to
I
thing.
want the Genesis seed from the Clark. Probs wait for a store sale to buy the Genesis pack.
Genesis. Yeah, you'd be awesome at making like a how-to little videos
Murdoch
and stuff
says,
like that for this.
I've got your seed right here.
Got your seed right here. Whips it out. Hey, hey, hey. Like in Blazing Saddles. Excuse me while I whip this out. Everybody goes, oh.
Arcanoloth says, then I missed a day shore on the last event ship, so I'm zen buyout on that one for its console.
Ew. A buyout. And that did use Zen. It's weird sometimes they use Lobby. Lobby. Lobi. Derby.
Murdoch says, yeah, it's good to be able to go back get something you missed during an event. Arcanoloth says, with those 3, I've got enough ACCT unlock stuff to fill all the console slots on pour outs once they claim a store science ship.
Nice. And that's the thing too, like, is there really like a video tutorial out there on how to use Lobby? Because I fucking didn't know anything about that for a long time. I just kept saying, what's all this shit that I keep accumulating whenever I, get a lockbox key or something? And even before that, wasn't it like
Murdoch says,
possible to get
YouTube
it differently?
videos on it.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, like the game itself doesn't have a, like, hey, do this thing, like a little tutorial thing where maybe say it gives you 10 or your first
Murdoch
100,
says,
for free.
Many games don't.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Murdoch
just like
says, that's MMOs for you.
MMOs. Could you just imagine that nobody has ever played this game before, and then one person picks it up to play it, and they're like dedicated, saying, "Oh, they're Star Trek," and they play it for maybe a month or so, and they're like, "Is this all that's to this game?" And then all of a sudden, they find one little other thing out. They tell
Murdoch
everybody.
says, like World of Warcraft doesn't really tell you all the boss battle details.
You just have to figure it out. Well, yeah, I can see about like fighting bosses
Murdoch
and stuff.
says, I always hated having to go to third-party sites for it.
Having to look that shit up. Maybe they need to come back out with the strategy guide, like books that you buy and they mail to your house.
Murdoch says,
Nintendo
because
power.
of keyloggers.
Keyloggers? Ooh.
Murdoch says, and it's just a pain in the ass.
How many people
Prototype
are paying
71
in the
says,
ass?
that is what happened to my friends. They like Star Trek and joined to play with me and left after a week cause they were like is that it?
Yeah, see? There's so much in this game that you can get overwhelmed with what you can probably do, and you'll probably think, oh, if this is all of it, then there's nothing else, then why do I keep playing? But there is a lot of stuff. It's like a time-consuming type of thing to get to certain places in it.
Arcanoloth says, most people bounce off these older F2P games hard.
Seriously, Streamlabs. I should have never gave it the ability to do that. It hits it at pretty funny times, though, I gotta say. Frost boots. Get your frost boots.
Baron Viscapa says, face underscore with underscore tears underscore of underscore joy.
Oh, hello there, Baron Vispkapa. How are you?
Fucking cock-ass!
Aha, yes. Yes. Little Tourette's there by Jack Black. Bye-bye.
Arcanoloth says, fucking cockass.
Nice, Steve. Good job, buddy. His kick didn't hurt him at all, but good job on that, buddy. I'm
Baron
happy for you.
Viscapa says, I was lurking around lol.
Lurking around and came
Arcanoloth
into
says,
that.
resolved an issue that was preventing completion of the TFO, Azure Nebula Rescue.
Oh, is that in the new, the update that they're going to come out with?
Arcanoloth says, man don't you just hate when the game prevents you from achieving completion. You are almost there and then nope.
Yeah. What was the one of those that was doing that? Was it Abraham Lincoln? Whatever that one was. Part of that mission, where you're with Burnham and whatever, and yeah, you jump through like portals and stuff by those rock people or whatever. There was something there that if you were using lighting 2.0, it prevented you from completing
Pale Chimera says,
the mission.
I need a manly chocolate cake full of manliness.
Manly chocolate cake. You need pudding. You need Bill Cosby's pudding. Bill Cosby gave you his pudding. If you ask nicely, he'll put that pudding in the cup. He'll have you drink the pudding, and then you'll go. While Bill Cosby comes into the back door. Not on me. I guess they finally got the lighting 2.0 thing fixed for some of those levels that prevented auto completion or completion altogether.
Pale Chimera says, this pudding with or without sleepy stuff. Baron Viscapa says,
Yes.
pudding pops rolling underscore on underscore the underscore floor underscore laughing.
It's pudding pops with the secret ingredients. Yes. I swear, if no one's seen that thing on Family Guy, that thing is freaking hilarious. Where they have Bill Cosby doing his little dance from his show, and all the
fucking thing sucks.
all the actresses that played on there like passed out on the couches and chairs and stuff.
Baron Viscapa says, oh my.
Oh my. Let me see if I can find just a screen cap of that. Bill Cosby. Yeah, there's one. Copy image link. Let's see if this is a real image. Nope, it's a fake image. Image with bullshit. There we go. Copy that. Put it down here. See, post, IMG, paste. Make sure I did that right. Yep. Yeah, there's like a part of the video, like just a picture of the video, like he's doing his dance and the actress is passed out in the chair. It's nothing to really laugh about, but damn it, Family Guy makes it funny. My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-I. I wonder if GIFs play. B. Arthur.
Arcanoloth says, my baloney has a first name, it's Penis. Baron Vizcapa says, I haven't logged into Stowe since Friday. I'm having withdrawals lol.
Let's see if that one's a good picture. Copy image link. Paste. Oh, it's one of those weird ones. It sucks ass. I just want a GIF, a GIF file. It's just so damn. I can't help it, but I know it's not a good thing to laugh at, but shit. Family Guy makes me laugh at it. Paste and go. It's not gonna work, but here's a link.
Scorpwana says, https://s.yim.com/New York/API/res/1.2/JG4HHZ07 Bajusm Devmaru /walk9 ma
/HTTP//s_googlefinanced.zinfs.com/n_AF_TP__CLIF_family_guy_B3B7F797451411B4E2949816F578A4481. Set it.
Arcanoloth says, do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
A JPEG, a GIF, a GIF, a JF, a JF, a JF. That's a little animated GIF file there, but it's not the one that I was hoping for. These aren't the droids you're looking
Arcanoloth
for.
says, damn chatbot slamming that URL like data impersonating Picard's command codes.
Right?
Romeo India Zulu says, Bajusm.
Yes, I got that too. That made me laugh too. Where was that in there? Okay, I see it. B-E-J, yeah. Bajusm, bajusm. That's a Bill Cosby word, sounds like. The Cosby pudding.
Arcanoloth says, Vajazel.
Vajazel.
Baron Vizcapa says, LMAO.
Okay. Jim Hadar, Kirok, we've done you. Let's go to Ushanka next on the lineup. Ushanka. Female Klingon warrior. From TOS. Which they weren't warriors back then. They were like scared and brittle and all that kind of stuff.
Hail Chimera says, Wabavel.
Wabavel. Let's see. Where was that?
Scorpwana says, Bajusm in the pudding.
Text to speech. It's so fun to play with.
You know what's so cool about Jello gelatin pops? They taste just like Jello gelatin. But they've got a handle. So, while your right hand is doing this, your left hand can be doing this or, you know. But if your left hand sees how much fun your right hand is having, it won't want to be left out. Okay? Now you have to Sure. Jello gelatin pops. Real Jello gelatin, only cooler.
Ooh, your right hand will get jealous. Jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Pudding.
Baron Viscapa says, "Oh my."
Oh my. Oh my. Oh crap. Somebody's using some crap to make the crap and a crap. What a crap shoot. You know, they won't get any credit for the kill if we both die there, Mr.
Just Call
Shenway.
McCower says,
Yeah. Hello, just call me Core. Just call me Core.
Oh my.
Sulu.
All 3 silos are under Allied
Fire.
control. Excellent work.
Captain. Fire.
The bomb fortress has
Just
engaged
Call McCower
transporters.
says,
Troops
the
inbound.
doctor regenerated.
You've already watched it? Damn it. Damn it, boy. Damn it, Bobby. What in the hell, boy? You get your finger out of there. I'm not going to ask anything about it because I want to be whatever
Baron
I'm going to
Viscapa
be
says,
anyway.
spoiler alert, police_car_light. Arcano
Spoiler
Loth
alert.
says, you hear about what happened when they went to the bathroom? The doctor micturated.
Rated. Hey, Macarena. Mock or Macarena? Macarena? And a Weema whack or a Weema way? You know? A Weema whack? Emphasis on the H. Like when Worf says weapons, he emphasizes the H that's not in weapons. The weapons will be like, dude, there's no H in there,
Just
man.
Call McCower says, you should have watched Doctor Who first then did stream and just streamed late.
No. No. Because what if, like, during the late stream, the house wakes up and everyone's loud and the dogs are barking and all that bullshit? Nah. There's a reason I do it at a certain time. Because everyone's asleep and there's a better chance of not being interrupted. And that all goes out the window at a certain time of morning, night. More night. It must have been, was it just an hour long?
Just Call McCower says, 1:30.
Ooh, like a movie.
Baron Viscapa says, I'm not home. My wife watches Doctor Who. Apparently she already knew before watching.
She already knew before. Yeah, well, it was gonna be a definite regeneration because that was the last of the female Doctor gonna happen today, and then regenerate into a different one, and the new showrunner and all that good stuff, or well, an old showrunner. Chibnall gonna get out of there. I did it again. Chibnall. You can see how it's easily just how you can do that. Donate to Fleet Projects, then you may be promoted to access the bank privilege. That person left, by the way. The one that was in Gary the Klingon's fleet. that said, if I'm not gonna be able to access the bank, I'm gonna leave. And it's like, well, donate and upgrade yourself to like a warrior class inside the thing or some shit like that, and then, you know, then you'll have an ability to use the
Murdoch
break.
says, sup viz. Arcanoloth says, good riddance. Don't need bank thieves.
Right. So they left. They're gone.
Baron Vizcapa says, hey at Murdoch saluting
Hey,
underscore
Macarena.
face. Arcanoloth says, only thing worse than people that tell you they plan to shoplift is people that don't tell you they plan to shoplift.
Winona Ryder would probably never say. But then again, wouldn't we just let her go ahead and do that anyway? I mean, if you saw Winona Ryder come into your shop of something, whatever, and you saw her taking something, you're like, let her have it. We'll just write it off as damaged or some shit or stolen.
Just Call Makor says, please inform us if you plan to shoplift.
That's right.
Romeo India Zulu says, fleet message, listen up fuckers cuz I may say this once. Closed mouths don't get fed and I don't have the time to look it up for each player. If you need promotion, shoot me a message.
For real,
Arcanoloth says, yet imagine Winona Ryder asking you for $20. How much money would you shell out before you said enough?
It depends on how much of how much you cared for her characters and her and stuff like that over the years. All you'd have to say it. She goes, say what? You know what I want. Say it. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. All right, you're good.
Murdoch says,
Consider it paid for.
Depends on how much she is willing to put out.
Damn it, I captured the wrong fucking thing. I don't know. Would you know? I don't know. Like her background, right? Isn't it kind of
Arcanoloth
sketchy
says,
anyway? Like, hasn't she been to some sort of? There's a reason for stuff, you know. Girl interrupted. Maybe that was real. They just put a camera on her the whole time.
Murdoch says, lots of Hollywood types are.
I don't know. You know, she was in a lot of stuff, but she kind of like fell off the radar a lot, you know, during the time there, and then all of a sudden she was there again, you know, because Stranger Things and stuff happened. And
Just Call Makor says, this is all I am going to say. As a standalone episode, if you get rid of certain previous episodes, it was really, really good. The rest is for you to watch and discuss later.
You're damn right, discuss later. Because I had a little flashback in my head of us both watching it at the same time and chatting and pausing and all that stuff. And you ruined the immersion. No, I'm kidding. I didn't ruin that shit. Man, there was a lot of little bit of news there on about the Hot D being leaked out early, like 2 days ahead of time, and then you would, you know, go like the YouTube.
My hopes and dreams ruined.
Ruined like a pair of slippers
Murdoch
the
says,
dog has eaten.
You like that Hot D, hey?
I watch it. At least this time you could see it. There was actually light in the shot.
Says, haha, like you can't find enough Hot D on the net already. Just Call Makor says, I have not watched Hot D yet. Arcanoloth says, they probably leaked it to generate buzz.
I don't know, it was like HBO was upset. But, you know, even I have watched it, I have. But, you would think that all the people that immediately, the days before it officially aired, all of a sudden they're reviewing it. You know? And they're talking about how it was leaked through like torrent sites from possibly like the Middle East or Asia or something like that. And, you know, these people on YouTube are reviewing the episode days before, and they're having like little video playing through it. And I'm like, shouldn't they hold off on those until it actually airs, so they, you know, so that HBO doesn't say, oh, well, that person downloaded it illegally because, you know, or early or whatever, because they're doing a review. I mean, would that be a thing? I mean, I don't know if you can sign up for like an early access to watching an HBO show. I know you can, like, for movies, screeners and stuff, but I don't know. It just I would think that if you put a review up 2 days before the actual show came out and you have video of it, that they would say, hey, how'd you get that?
What happened is a country like Brazil where HBO's standards isn't as strict as the US or UK accidentally released the episode early on whatever platform it airs on, and then they rip and upload it before it gets taken down. Arcanoloth says, they are breaking the embargo, so those people are not official reviewers with a relationship with HBO, and they are better. They never will be if they don't do this to get attention anyway, so they might as well do it for the clout. Arcanoloth says, they are nobodies and they are clout chasing to get YT clicks. Pale
Yeah,
Chimera says, what we talking about?
Toe Jam and Earl, you know, if it was good enough to make a movie about or not. Now, I just would think that if they want to do something about people illegally downloading it, then they would say, oh, this person's doing a review on YouTube, and they have video.
Says, people that don't hide their power level and brag on YT about watching pirated media that's leaked ahead of the air date. Arcanoloth says, HBO can DMCA those videos if they post clips.
Yeah, because they're doing that whole clip playing in the background, and then with the, you know, face cam down here at the bottom corner with like full scenes and stuff. I mean, I was just curious about like about that whole, because I questioned it, you know, whenever it was said that it leaked out. I was thinking, okay, how many idiots are out there that actually like made reviews already instead of waiting until it officially came out so they wouldn't get in trouble or anything. So I went on YouTube and I just type in House of the Dragon 1x11 reviews, and there was like just bunches of them down through there. I'm thinking, oh my god, these idiots. But they want to be first.
Arcanoloth says, THSE people know what the rules are and they don't care. They are trying to boost their channel and they are betting it's better to get the views and then apologize when the video gets removed than find a day job that's actually hard.
Make believe I'm... Man, there's like a Rex thing going on tonight. My gosh. Holy Toledo. Let's go down here. Like, every one of my characters has had a Rex interaction, I think, except for Lilu. I think, well, maybe she's had one too.
Just Call Makor says, Matt Damon talked about fortune favoring the brave and now everyone has to be brave and release reviews before an episode releases.
So I know, like, the Angry Joe show guy, he actually had early access to the Halo show. So he'd watched the first 2 episodes before anyone else, like regular viewers, would have.
Just Call Makor says, I should create a YouTube channel where I review shows but don't actually watch them but review them like I did.
That would be fucking hilarious. Have little still shots of some sort of random thing and making like a script about you talking about a scene that never happens.
Not sure I'd describe clicking the upload button as bravery, but I'm sure tubers will agree with it. Arcanoloth says, at Just Call Makor,
yeah,
I'd watch that.
Me too. This episode lacked character and lacked emotion, and or would you want to shoot through one of those things where they call it a review, but all they do is just tell you exactly what happened through the whole episode, and then they said I liked it or I didn't like it, and that's it to the end. I've seen some people do those kind of reviews. Where they're like, okay, so here's what happened. So-and-so did this, and then like, you know, about 10 minutes later.
Says, recaps yet?
Yeah, they recap the whole thing, and that's their review, you know, and...
Arcanoloth says, I clapped when the dragon showed up.
Right.
Just Call Makor says, no, even better. I read the synopsis of the episode and review the entire episode off that.
Hey, you could even throw in like timer marks and stuff in there too. At exactly so-and-so or whatever, blah blah. Damn it, I died. Respond, Whoa. So I won't get credit for that one. I'm not going to try to go to the park. I'm going to go back to the city. Because the park's probably going to get... Let's see. Is that blue moving down? Or is it... It's moving down. So nobody's at the park?
says, so as you can clearly see from this graph, this episode has 100% more dragons than the least episode.
That would be a funny like thing to do. That's a good idea. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite episodes of a series I've never watched before. The part where Dwayne walks in and he sees Carla.
Says, look at this graph, Nickelback.
Look at this graph. Yeah, I remember someone edited
Pale
that.
Chimera says, and more sex than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah. They've really been less on the nudity during House of the Dragon. I gotta say. I don't recall seeing too much nudity. House of the Dragon is rated PG-13. I heard that they were going to make a Jon Snow spin-off series as well. Perhaps.
Arcanoloth says, dragon that ass.
Dragon that ass, dragon that ass, dragon that ass.
Strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass.
Just Call Makor says, I think it was brave of Daemon to go across the North Wall just to become the Night King that is in Game of Thrones just for the sole purpose of surviving long enough to procreate with more of his kin.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, put actors in there that weren't in there in the actual thing itself. In the synopsis. Kelsey Grammer did a damn good job playing that dragon, did he not?
You had best unfuck yourself or I will unscrew your head and check down your neck!
Oh, it's supposed to be like 2 days left for that copyright claim. It's probably going to be like the very last day. They're going to go, no! Strike on your account. And then I'll be all like, how can you strike that if you don't even own the damn shit yourself, you motherfucker? Feather mucker.
Just Call Makor says, Duke Nukem says that line. I guess they took that from that movie.
Oh, really? I've never played Duke Nukem. Gasp. Oh, what? Fuck? Huh? Who? I know, right? Slim Shady.
Congratulations, General.
Man, I before going to work today, I got on YouTube as usual.
Just Call Makor says, neither have I just watched Duke Nukem troll videos back in the day and remember that line.
Tunnel Snake. You remember? Oh, wow. Just a random brain fart. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I was watching... You ever watch Audit the Audit or whatever it is? Is that... lawyer guy that rates like the police get an F for this one or whatever, or the person gets an A minus or whatever. It's like a dude that goes over
Baron
the laws
Vizcapa
of stuff.
says, I met Arlie Ermy in 2005. Guy had some great stories about Vietnam.
I don't doubt it. He was really in there too. Cause yeah, you know, cause he's really military, and that's the whole reason he's in Full Metal Jacket. Cause he was supposed to be like the supervisor for the drill sergeants and stuff like that on there to show them how they should portray themselves, and they liked it so much they asked him to actually do it himself. But it was Audit the Audit. And there was it's an uncanny type story or thing that he had on there, where the story goes is which is not a story, it's a true thing that really did happen. Police were
Baron
called.
Vizcapa says, military advisor.
Yeah, he was, you know, same difference. But the police were called, and this has happened like in September something of 2022, which is this year. And this apparently happened somewhere, I can't remember where, but y'all may have heard about it or whatever. But the police got called because there was someone was saying that someone had a gun or whatever, and they went to investigate, you know, and they pulled over this vehicle that had a girl in there, and the police cruiser that was behind the girl parked on a railroad track, and another cop parked like a few vehicle lengths behind that one, and they were behind this lady's vehicle, and they were telling her to get out of her vehicle, put her hands up on her head, put her phone down, walk back to them, listening to their voice and obeying their commands or whatever. And they handcuffed her. She says, "What is this about?" And they said, "We'll tell you in a moment," or whatever. And she's like, "Can I have my phone?" And she's like, "No." "Well, we'll get all that, you know, later or whatever." And she's like, "But I want my phone."
Baron
You know?
Vizcapa says, oh, I saw that video.
Yeah. Anyway, those who haven't, though, the police were searching her vehicle for a gun because they had heard about a gun. And while they were
Baron
doing
Vizcapa
that,
says, shit was crazy to watch.
yes, they were. It was filmed because of the police cam footage. While the police were looking for this gun, a train came. See what they did? They locked her. They put her in handcuffs, put her inside the cruiser that was sitting on the railroad tracks. A train comes and hits the back end of that thing where she was sitting, knocking it off the tracks, knocking it good, like totaling almost out the whole back thing. Luckily, she survived. She's like had to go to the hospital, you know, and all sorts of stuff, and she's like still in like a rehab and all this kind of thing. But it was like negligence on the officer's part to even park the damn car, you know, on railroad tracks, and to put somebody in there who could not get out while she was like in there screaming, "Hey, let me out of here, let me out of here." And someone heard the train horn, and they're like, "Oh, we need to move our car. Go move your car." And it was just too late. And then bam, you know, and whenever she got hit, somebody went over there, but it's like they were more concerned if they found the gun or not, you know? "Is she gonna be all right? We don't know. Have you found that gun yet?" You know. Hello.
Baron Vizcapa says, lawsuit incoming on that department.
Hell yeah. I think the title of it is biggest lawsuit against cops or whatever. And he said the cops get an F, you know, for real, and she gets an A, but it was never talked about like if she was actually involved in anything that required them to actually pull her over, even though, yes, they did find a gun in her vehicle. But I don't remember hearing from the audio of them saying, "Oh, hey, do you have a weapon?" Because they just told her to get out and just come to them. So, you know, That's gonna be a big lawsuit. It's still like an ongoing thing too. And I thought, my God! And when they showed the footage from the body cam, I'm like, oh my God! And she survived, even though she had to go to the hospital. And she's, rehab, recovering, and having surgeries and things of that nature. But still, she's alive. And my gosh, that's like, who parks on a damn railroad track? Even a cop should say, "Oh, hey, this is not safe." Think about it, damn. Duh. Common sense out the window there, bud. And the purposely
Baron
put somebody
Vizcova
in there.
says, she's not going to need to work for the rest of her life.
That is so true. And she was young too, though. Like, hopefully she's not going to be paralyzed. I mean, like, being pretty young and then having something like that happen to you and you haven't like ever experienced anything. I mean, is she going to be like in a wheelchair and not be able to use her legs, not be able to use one side of her body, kind of thing?
Bullshit.
I don't know. It's just kind of freaky. And these are the people who are protecting us, to serve and protect. To accuse and put inside of danger. Serve the public trust.
Target that explosion and fire.
Samu Wraith says, serve protect if the price is right.
If the price is right, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. We need RoboCop, damn it.
Baron Vizcova says, mistakes were made and will be paid.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I like watching the audit guy. I mean, it's really interesting. Sure, it seems as though he gets a bit long-winded, though.
I'd buy that for $1.
Guy laughing is funny. Because a lot of times in those videos, I want to see what happens. Get us closure.
Says, that guy laughing, I agree.
Yeah. He gets so damn tickled.
Murdoch says, I enjoyed watching the one about the cop that showed up to work and was greeted by officers that put him into handcuffs and then cut his uniform off with scissors to humiliate him.
Yeah.
Apparently he had beaten his wife or girlfriend so hard she had brain bleeding and it was captured on the home camera.
I think I actually saw that one too. Yeah, they all like had a bit to do with it too. Like they kind of lined up and just one after the other did and stuff, like a disgrace to the department type thing.
Samu Wraith says, that's sad.
Some people just...
Samu Wraith says, people how they act. Murdoch says, sad but awesome the department did it.
You try to see like some of those officers that try to get out and being
dang
pulled
old
over.
TV programs all the time. It's gabbing over there. Every time they put on them dang old Looney Tunes come on, they'd put my mouth full of frosted flakes, man. Can't hear a dang old thing.
That's so dang true, Boomhauer. That's so true. Boomhauer. Words to live
Samu
by.
Wraith says, me I like when cops arrest other cops who think they're above the law.
Yeah. There was some like cops that would arrest judges, and stuff. Or a highway patrolman, state trooper type would arrest someone that's like a local county type or whatever, you know, because of them actually breaking the law. Somebody drinking and driving who's a cop or whatever, saying, "Oh, just let me go, and then one of them says, "Well, if this had been about 10 years ago, we'd done that, but we can't do that now, and you know why?" I'm thinking, oh, they would have anyway, because there's a camera on them. They have to do their job, right?
Samu Wraith says,
You know?
there was an officer who arrested a girl attorney.
What did the girl attorney do to get arrested?
Samu Wraith says, she was intoxicated.
There you go. She's intoxicated and driving and stuff like that, yeah. And then they had, what was it? One of them was this guy that no matter what, he would tell everybody that he smelled marijuana on him. And that gave him like probable cause to like handcuff him no matter what, and they would take like the sobriety tests and the or whatever the test, you know, like the drug test or something like that, and they come back clean. But he wanted to get so many like arrests so that he got like a commendation type situation or whatever, and he could just arrest him and just let him go and stuff and embarrass the hell out of people. And I don't know if they ever put it to a stop, though. I can't remember where I saw that one. What I don't like is, like, okay, you know, and this is for cops. This is not against them. But when someone, like, goes to a place that's, you know, everyone is quiet, they're doing their thing, and then someone causes a scene, and the cops are called.
Samu Wraith says, that's so crap. Think they're somewhat doing that just to fill a quota.
Yeah. Well, then cops are called, and...
Pale Chimera says, I have seen judges being booked for drink driving.
It's like they think they're above the law, yeah. But, say somebody like, I've seen several videos of it. People coming and, like, causing an issue, a scene, and, you know, them calling the cops to settle them down, and the person's like, don't touch me, and the cop's like, I haven't. And the person gets so irate, and the cops really haven't done anything. And I'm thinking to myself, I just wish these cops would beat the shit out of this person. Shut them the hell up, because the people are like, I'm not going to show you my identification. Like, if they pull you over and said, you don't have a right to ask me that, this is my personal property, I'm thinking, just show them your damn license. Why would it be a bad thing? You know? And, you know, like, they'll come over to their window, the cop will, and they'll be like, well, you've been sitting here across from this playground for 2 hours, and people have gotten, like, kind of worried about what your intentions are. Do you have any identification? Oh, I don't have to show you my ID. And he rolls the window up. You're like, that's not suspicious at all. So then you have, like, another cop called, and then all of a sudden they're getting, like, surrounded and stuff. Or whenever someone who actually lives, say, on a campus property or whatever.
Seems normal.
Seems normal, yeah. Hello, Greebog. How you doing, man? Like, I watched this one where this guy was living in, like, an apartment complex, like, for a college dorm type or whatever.
I am doing well.
That's pretty cool, dude. I like that. And he was, like, cleaning up outside or something, but the people there didn't recognize him. So they were wondering what he was doing outside the building. And he says, well, I just moved in there. I live right there. And they said, well, can you give me your ID? And he says, no, it's in my apartment. Can you tell me who you are? And he's like, I don't have to tell you who I am. And he says, well, how do I know that you live here or not? And he goes, I live here. And he's like, well, how do I know? You know, just tell the cop your name. Just, you know, do it in like, kind, and they'll be kind back kind of situation. It's like people try to aggravate the cops into the point where they think about doing something.
Baron Vizcapa says, those people usually have warrants.
Yeah.
Samu Wraith says, that was like 2 cops who deliberately messed up checking this local sheriff's tags, pissed him off, and all the people watching the VID is like, why is he doing that? And I'm like, dude, cause you didn't get his proper information. And I'm like, you're being an idiot. And all the YouTube chat was completely acting like the sheriff was in the wrong.
Mm. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's insane. I mean, there's a cop, a town cop that where I work at, and he's awesome. You know, I mean, he's fair to everybody. I mean, there's no corruption there at all, and he gives people the benefit of the doubt a lot, and they trash talk him about stuff all the time and whatever, and he just has to deal with it. You know. I mean, even
Creevin
over
says,
in
while I get there are some bad cops out there, not all of them are that way.
yeah, a lot of them are good. Yeah, and the fact that like over in what was it? I was watching a Mr. Ballin video not too long ago about
Samu Wraith says, agreed Greebug.
about this guy who had a quad bike or ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you want to call it, stolen, and the cops got called from over in Britain or whatever, and they came across the people who were stealing it, and one of the people jumped out of the car to let the quad bike go off of the little rope they had it on behind their vehicle, and one of the cops jumps out too to go after the suspect person. And in the pursuit of everything, the cop's leg gets caught inside the rope.
Let's go!
Shit. And he gets dragged like 15 or so miles down a road or whatever. And his partner who's driving the other, like the actual cop car, keeps seeing parts of like the dude's uniform and his wallet and all this stuff's like scattered down this road. And he's not aware that he's being dragged at this point, until the other cops who are at the end of this road see his body just kind of like whiplash out and fall and hit something as the suspects are driving off in their vehicle. It's really like super tragic because the guy is dead, but they made a new law about it. However, over in Britain, they're not allowed to have firearms, the cops over there. So if they'd have had firearms, would they have said, okay, hey, because, the suspect people can have
Wraith
it.
says, wow, that's jacked up.
Yeah. The suspects that they are after can have weapons. They can shoot at the cops and stuff, but the cops can only have tasers and like one of those little sticks, like they like the Bobby thing that they had, back in the days, whistle, and that's how they have to have it over there. And it makes you think, would that have happened to that cop over there if they were allowed to have weapons, that actually could shoot bullets? Like, say you fire a warning shot and say get down, and then all of a sudden, they will, because of weapons. But I know that not having them makes sure that accidents don't happen to the people they're arresting or whatever like that. But still, though, to the cop, it's not really fair that just because they don't have any weapon, the other person can say, oh, well, they have to catch me, instead of like, oh, they've got me, So I just, and you can look that up. I can probably post a link to the Mr. Ballin story, because he it's a true thing, and they made like a law over there that, because at the time they didn't have it where if
Samu Wraith says, yes, sorry, I made the statement, license everyone to be armed, then theses crazies will think twice doing something stupid.
Yeah. But it was something like, if an officer is killed or whatever during a pursuit of some sort or whatever like that, and they're killed.
Why is the rum gone?
And they're killed accidentally by the suspect or something, that suspect was never charged with the officer's death, even though if it were brutal or not. But then after this had happened, they made a new law that states that if it is found that, it truly was like a killing of a cop during it, then they would be tried and sent to a prison, and all that. And it sucks that that guy, like, that cop died, because to make that even happen. But I can't really understand, like, if you take it's like over here, like if they took the weapons away from the cops and the criminals still had weapons, there wouldn't be any cops. They'd give up. They'd say, well, there's nothing for us to help us protect ourselves or to protect the people, so why bother? You know? That's my opinion, though. And you can't take weapons away from everybody because they're going to figure out a way to get them anyway. Okie dokie. Let's get to the fun of the matter here. Endeavors. Deal kinetic damage space.
Samu Wraith says, yeah, I'm surprised cops work over there that kind of circumstances.
Okay, the volume just decided it was going to shift on me.
Griebig says, there are some towns in the US that they are having issues with cops quitting because they are tired of it.
Yeah, I've heard about that. They're tired of not having help. They want to try to do the right thing, but no matter what they do, somebody, can cause an issue.
Arcano Loth says, that is how the Black Panthers got started. The locals called the cops about shootings and the cops said, nah, we don't go there. So the locals organized a community patrol, and the media reported that the blacks are arming themselves to start a race war. People still believe that shit.
Oh, God. The media is always bad about that shit, too. Getting shit started just so they can have ratings and bullshit. Anybody ever seen that
Romeo
the video of
the says, and the other side of that story is the Hollywood hootout. Dudes wore body armor head to toe and robbed a bank. Cops were outgunned, so they had to borrow some rifles from a gun shop.
Holy shit. That reminds me of like a thing off of GTA 5. You can get that like body armor suit or whatever on there, and just go to town and never get hit. But in real life, oh my God. There's a what was I saying?
Arcano Loth says, that's one of several high-profile shootouts in the 20th century where the cops were outgunned by criminals, and led to after-action reports by the FBI. Samu Wraith says, media is awful about exaggeration. It's like the space satellite that says they've discovered life out on Neptune. It's so much BS.
Well, Neptune's like, what, a gas planet? So, guess it could be just flying around or some shit. What is it, microbes? But there's this video clip out there of several different news media saying the exact same thing.
Samu
like
Wraith
scripted
says,
news.
I've no idea, Scorp.
And it is so freaky.
Says, another in Florida where they tried to pull over 2 bank robbers, both veterans. They knew they didn't plan to go to jail and took drugs to increase pain resistance, so they both got shot a bunch of times, but they killed several FBI agents. Griebig says, back in the mobster time, the town I grew closest to had its police station robbed by the mobsters from Chicago. They stole all the police weapons.
Oh, wow. Before they actually had them locked up really well. We need more Andy Griffiths out there.
Griebig says, it was a small town, so they may have thought it was locked well.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Samu Wraith says, there's still some areas some of the big cities cops will not go to.
Yeah, I totally believe that. That's why we need a real RoboCop. Quick, find someone named Murphy.
Arcano Loth says, had a lot of WW1 vets come back to the Depression, no jobs, their only skills had no civilian application, and prohibition meant a demand for gunmen in organized crime. Samu Wraith says, Kansas City, Chicago, Detroit.
glad you said it, not us.
Yeah, really. Where'd you find these two dumbasses?
Samu Wraith says, I agree we need Robocop or ED209.
Ed 209? Oh my god. That thing used to freak me out when I was a kid. Come on, fire me torpedo. There we go. A little bit more. Little bit more. Come on, we need a little bit more.
Griebig says, we need T100S.
T100s? Ooh, wow. We're going after like some Terminator stuff going on there? T1000s?
Samu Wraith says, remember he had to kill Bob Morton because he made a mistake and it was time to mend that mistake.
Dude, that guy on there that played the big head honcho guy, he played a lot of like roles where he kind of seemed the same character in my opinion. My opinionos. Opiniano?
Samu Wraith says, he was good at playing a butthole Scorp.
Yes. Ooh, invisible collision geometry. Ah, look at that. Never really admired the little things in this game. Oh no, it's gonna hit us.
You don't have to take my word for it.
Rainbow bleeding asshole. Mega structures.
Samu Wraith says, bleeding bumhole.
I would hate for my bunghole to get polio.
Defeat hurt attendants.
Samu Wraith says, LOL. Romeo India Zulu says, I've become blind to the little things in Stowe LOL.
Right?
Samu Wraith says, Kurland here.
Kurland here. Me too. I never like, every once in a while I'll see something and I'll go over there and look and be like, has this always been here in this game? Because I want to pay attention to it. Battlestar Galactica. Home. Brog. I don't have nothing for Borg, man. Tell me what I need to get.
Samu Wraith says, no Borg commands, what is this?
Yeah, I leave it up to people to figure out what I need to have.
Samu Wraith says, okay, I'm getting you some. Samu Wraith says,
Son of a bitch,
@Dalek_Kurland help me find Borg commands.
How is it that the random file that got played is the same damn one that I just played? Shit's random.
You know what you can buy? A swift kick in the ass. Out of here! Message deleted. Suck it. Get shit on, noob.
Bullshit.
Another random Three Stooges. Why is it okay? Again, I'm gonna say out of 1,080, out of 1,080 sounds, why does it pick the same area of the random to pick?
Well, to be fair.
Oh, don't say to be fair. I hate when people say to be fair. It sounds like to be fair.
To be fair. Oh, to be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Dalek_Kurland says, to be fair.
To be fair. Do people really say that, though? I've never really heard too many people say that. Until
Samu Wraith says, to really be fair.
You had best
Romeo
unfuck
India
yourself,
Zulu
or I will
says,
unscrew
"To be
your head
fair."
and shit down your neck!
To be fair, to be. To be fair, to be fair, to be fair.
Get along before I do something drastic.
It really favors Mills Lane too for some reason.
Goddamn right.
Sam Wraith says, LOL.
My rafflecopter goes swa 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 swa.
Shit.
Is this Nicaragua? I will take this land for my bunghole.
Samu Wraith says, it's Thanos Copter.
I have had enough of you!
Ooh, rejected. Random rejected you, Riz.
We have got to get this show on the road.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
Scotty, watch it. Don't let it blow out of your ass, mister.
Romeo India Zulu says, it be like that.
Sometimes it
Samu
bees
Wraith
like
says,
that.
AL Mister, where the hell am I?
Mister? Mr. Sandman, where are you? Mister? Bum 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 bum.
Samu Wraith says, Al, you bastard, where the hell did you send me? Romeo India Zulu says, maybe if I highlights it.
Maybe if you highlights it. The hell did you throw your weapon away for, Archer?
Suck it!
It's like, suck it!
And to be alive! If you can't do that, then...
Well, I guess there's no reason for me to be alive then if I can't do a deadlift.
Samu Wraith says, Archer, why the hell did you throw your
Get
weapon
along
in the
before
sky,
I do
mister?
something drastic.
He just tosses his weapon. Could you imagine if, like, in the game when he does that, you never get it back unless you go buy a new one?
There's gonna be a meeting between your ass and the palm of my hand if you don't get off the shed. Now get off the shed.
Get off the shedding and the trash. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you don't get no stinking cash. Yakety yak.
Romeo India Zulu says, dude, I'm gonna equip a melee weapon and do some cool moves, and you can like have a clip of me like you do my ship. Streamlabs
Hell
says,
yeah.
out of all the streamers' channels I sit in, this has got to be the most boring of them all.
Yes,
Samu Wraith
that would be
says,
freaking awesome.
imagine someone reached out and tugged Dwarf's beard.
Imagine all the peoples living in the shoe with you.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper!
Streamlabs says, bored yet? If so, use the Twitch search bar at the top to find more exciting streamers. Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu I need to do a melee tune. Romeo
When
India
you
Zulu
weld
says,
is kinda
the new
weird.
sword you got is supposed to have cool melee combat maneuvers. Samu Wraith says, Streamlabs shut up ya beach.
You son of a bitch. That's totally just random too. Alright, beam us up so we don't have to fight with this anymore.
Excuse me, sir. Can you direct me to the naval base in Alameda? It's where they keep the nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
Romeo India Zulu says, I only need melee kills, but I don't want to make a tune just for melee. Too many enemies flank and stay away. I don't want to chase. Scorpwana says, nuclear vessels. Samu Wraith says, to the naval base in Alameda Riz. Grievix says, nuclear vessels.
I need to make a video clip of that. Alright, let's do Cat's Tail again. It's been 22, so 23, 24, 25, 26, 3 days after that. Yeah, good chunk
Romeo
of 3.
India Zulu says, nuclear Wesleys.
Nuclear Wesleys.
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu I've been seeing that new sword I wanted. Romeo India Zulu says, that was Ogi who first made that a thing lol.
Nice. Nuclear Wesleys.
Samu Wraith says, I'd rather have a sword than a bat left.
What's that, Beverly? You want Wesley to watch?
Romeo India Zulu
Make
says,
it so.
yeah, I think it's the Elner sword.
Sword.
Agua for my bunghole. Bunghole.
Agua for his bunghole.
Samu Wraith says, which one is Titicaca?
I don't know. Let's see.
Snake! Snake!
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu I'm going to check the exchange for that sword. Romeo India Zulu says, or something. Romeo India Zulu says, we might not have it yet, Sam.
Me first. Me first, mister. Me first. Mister?
Samu Wraith says, Danjit face underscore with underscore tears underscore of underscore joy.
According to Sound Search, the Titicaca one is number 32. We're talking away. Right up. I'm gonna push this invisible door open.
Lake Titicaca. Titicaca.
Take Titicaca.
Samu Wraith says, LOL.
Titicaca. Today,
Romeo India Zulu says, discover uneasy allies lockbox.
Whenever I was at work, they had, I fell into a burning ring of fire playing, and every time he said fire, I go, fire, fire.
Just a bit outside.
And it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire. That fungus.
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu, but isn't it easier to just buy it? Romeo India Zulu says, burning ring of fire is what you get from eating spicy foods.
And those spicy foods come from... What? Let's see.
Samu Wraith says, or eating chili at Romeo India Zulu. Romeo India Zulu says, yes, much. But not sure if it's out on console yet.
Are you threatening me?
Scorpwana says, Judas too spicy.
I just love that. That makes me laugh. Judas too juicy, too spicy. Judas too juicy, too spicy.
Pale Chimera says,
Moom. So
Romeo
should we
India
log to a
Zulu
5-minute
says,
cooldown?
do not go in there. Huo. Samu Wraith says, well, I did see a flaming sword someone had at Fed Exchange at Romeo India Zulu.
Yeah, the one with the scorpion get over here type thing. Get over here. Yeah, that person's got one. Lucas. Lucas Scott. Damn it. What the hell's he using? Look. Get over here.
Samu Wraith says, get over here, Riz. Pale Chimera says, flaming swords should be banned. Romeo India Zulu says, there are swords, but this one is supposed to have new fighting style spinny stuff.
This was one of mine.
Says, Molar's sword. Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu, that sounds dope.
Like.
Samu Wraith says, give me that.
Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane.
I've been calling y'all people better than a month now, crap about y'all. Every time that dang old dog crossed these start yapping at y'all 24 hours a day, and nobody answered. You called. How you supposed to come out there to do anything about that dog if you're just gonna get a dang old computer
Samu
ain't gonna
Wraith
come
says,
over here and just
I'll
shut that
name it the
dang old
Scorp
dog
Sword
up?
LOL.
Durr. Get over here.
Bow down before the almighty bunghole.
Samu Wraith says, for you at I am Federate Cornholio.
I am Cornholio. I need TB for my
Samu
bunghole.
Wraith
Put your hands behind your back. Are you threatening me?
Stop.
Romeo
Throw the
India
book
Zulu
at him,
says,
Thirth.
are you threatening me?
Take him to jail. He's a
I am the
weirdo
great
and no one
Cornholio
likes him
says,
anyway.
You must release the
LUL,
almighty
LUL.
bunghole. You will not hurt the
Samu
mighty
Wraith
bunghole.
says,
I will resist. I will resist. Stay on me. You must release me now. Nobody. You will not restrain the almighty bunghole.
I wonder why
Samu
this
Wraith
sword
says,
has that.
you must release the almighty bunghole.
You cannot resist. I wonder why the flaming sword has that. Is somebody in the game really a fan of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? Get the fuck over here. Get the fuck over here.
Your kindness shall not be forgotten.
I don't know why they use that. It's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Romeo India Zulu says, it's fire because Mola is the ruler of Grether, which is Klingon hell. So, fire.
Yeah, I get the fire part, but I don't mean about the grappling, you know, that they use there. Ooh, it's this one. I'm by myself. I'm going to figure this out myself, mister. Hello there. Ow.
At last, a gallant to release me from this place. You must place.
You must
wait, Rana, wait, mini bong.
Deadly Nightshade. Eye of Newt. Okay. It's been a while since I've
Romeo
done
India
this one.
Zulu says, Klingons are kinky. They like chains and pain. Grievous says, didn't he have a way to throw out a chain and pull you in the mission?
What am I getting here? I forget what she said.
Remember, that's the deadly nightshade.
Deadly Nightshade. Okay, serpent something or whatever. Okay.
You have something. Now deposit it in the cauldron.
I don't want to.
Fetch the wing of bat.
Wing of Bat.
You have something. Now deposit it in the cauldron.
I know, I can't get it off of here.
Fetch the eye of Newt.
Eye of who? Eye of Newt?
You have something.
You have something.
Now deposit it in the cauldron.
You have something.
Liberty. Dear, thank you, noble warrior. Thank you.
You're welcome, lady.
Griebig says, though I bet at Romeo India Zulu is correct on the Kingdom Kink.
Mister?
Beware our curse.
And our teeth.
Wind shall rise.
And we fall.
Griebig says, Klingon, silly autocorrect.
Klingon.
Pale Chimera says, at Samuraith Week Souse.
Oh, did I outrun it? Nice. I didn't get turned into a cat this time. I'm so excited. Break the spell of protection, mister.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Always watching you. I'm always watching you. I got turned into a cat anyway.
Romeo India Zulu says, I believe he did at Grievous the slave masters do as well.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Damn it. It's like Link playing Zelda.
Samuraith says, at Pale Chimera stop being sad with making insults here or in private bud since you decided to act unpleasant. Pale Chimera says, people are so damn sensitive nowadays, like you have to walk on eggshells cause they might get offended. Dalek_Curland says, I'm offended.
Bonnikin. Bonnikin. What will you?
Pale Chimera says, back in my day the 90s you got on with shit. Samuraith says, I'm not offended, I didn't call someone mentally challenged. Moving on. Grievous says, I am offended that you are offended.
Pretended. Okay,
Samuraith says,
come on, people.
I'm offended, lol.
Come on, people,
Pale
you
Chimera
know.
says, at Samuraith baby.
Oh, too much going on, I can't see. Let's see. Okay. Call me, baby.
I am the great Cornholio says, I'm offended too, but I don't know what it is I'm offended about.
You're refended. Onfended. Not off.
Samuraith says,
Off-ended.
at Pale
On-ended.
Chimera child house that for a class insult.
Yes, on-ended instead of off-ended. It's like when someone tells you to behave. Well, you separate the two
Chimera
words.
Says, at
We're gonna need some
how
help
about
in
the
here.
F-word? Smiley face.
Mills Lane.
That's it. Fight's over.
Mills Lane has called it. Shit.
Dalek _ Curlin says, that was quite a good random.
Right? It always seems to out of. I gotta say again.
Says, I'm so done with people thinking they're cute. Yep, fight's over.
Again, I'm gonna say out of 1,080 something sounds, it seems to always just pick a certain amount of them. Congratulations, everybody! You did a damn good job.
Hail Chimera says, at Samuraith I am cute. Smiley face. Dalek _ Curlin says, but I am cute. God damn it.
Go ram it. Let's get fleet credits or marks this time. Just to get on, boys.
She said touch.
Hail Chimera says, I am adorable and I really want to say it.
Let's see. The NBC here still needs a lot of shit. I could totally donate like crazy to this, but I'm not. Reputacionos. Ho ho ho, great giant. Time to go to Gary the Klingon very soon, yes? Yeah. I want to get the moving sound
Samuraith
that he
says,
does.
such a sad troll.
But I don't have a clear version of it yet.
Blood wine!
Blood wine! Bartender blood wine. Warp gotta be hitting shit. Collect reward or something. Oh my god, it's broken in there. Is there a green wall in this game anywhere? Like console or PC, just a green wall somewhere. Because you can do like a green screen with your characters.
Griebig says, I'm the tailor and ship customization.
Ship and tailor. Because when
you're gonna want that cowbell.
When Riz was talking about his character doing melee weapon stuff, well, for me to do that, I would have to like crop out every single frame, you know, and like take care of everything there. But if it's in front of like some sort of green thing in the game, I can totally green screen that.
Cowbell face _ with _ tears _ of _ joy.
Cowbell. You're gonna want that cowbell.
Hail Chimera says, must not type things that
I gotta have more cowbell.
Put me in the P corner for 5 minutes.
Okay, then there.
I am the great Cornholio says, not enough cowbell.
I like the part on there. It's like, listen, babies. When I put my pants on, one leg at a time, I sell gold records. When I put my pants on.
Dalek _Curlin says, Crowbell.
Crowbell. Crowbell. Crowbell. Shit.
Pale Chimera says, and yes, the Starbase P corner is a actual thing, don't ask.
Has anybody watched Lower Decks this past week? Episode 9 of the current season. You're gonna want that cowbell.
Samu Wraith says, well, guess what, Pale Chimera, you can make 200 accounts. You're still sad. Yet I know who you are. Dalek _Curlin says, I feel like I put too many ROMs on my phone. It's been scanning them for 12 hours.
2 ROMs on your phone? ROMs is in emulation? Ooh, look at that there, girls.
Dalek _Curlin says, yes.
Ooh.
Pale Chimera
That's fun.
says, at Samu Wraith, here's the thing, little buddy of mine, I wasn't trying to hide, so you can't do the I know who you are line. Smiley face. Dalek _Curlin says, Android-based emulation. Griebig says, I watched the latest Lower Decks. It was a bit messed up.
Yes. Yes, I've been wanting to talk to somebody about that. About the decision.
Pale Chimera says, besides I am here forever maha ha 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 ha. Samu Wraith says, yeah right, inverted paradox, that's you kid.
How the captain assumed something and then like found out that she was mistaken. That was just crazy.
Samu Wraith says, so pathetic.
Let's do a random.
I'm Captain Jack!
God, I hope I'm able to stay up and watch something after this, but damn it, I'm getting really sleepy. Really sleepy.
Pale Chimera says, at Samu Wraith, oh shut up, you're just pissy because I'm still around.
How about we just all chill?
In this instance, I stand for the cooperative.
Damn it, it's this one, isn't it? Shit, I hate this one. Alright. I usually go for the first one. I'm gonna go over here this time.
Griebig says, just the fact that everyone assumed it had to be that one way. Not even the friends took their side.
I know, it was just something else. Like, they all turned, you know, and, no, I don't know why I can't. And, yeah, the assumption, and, gosh. When in doubt, it's like she was the only one that didn't, you know?
Romeo India Zulu says, that whole episode was one big not everyone is as you think they are.
Yes. Ah, you've seen it, Riz. And I'm wondering, like, the ship that was in it, if that's going to come to the game. I'm guessing so, like, maybe as, like, one of those pets or something, right? If they do that. Like, you won't have a chance to actually own it as a flyable ship, but maybe
Romeo
as, like,
India
a...
Zulu says, if it's been in screen, count on it.
Count on it.
Griebig says, now, we will get Station 80 as a fleet holding.
Hey, that would be kind of
Griebig
funny.
says, LUL.
That would be funny. Station 80, some in the game, like it'll just pop up one day in the map for the, you know, for space. And if you go there, it looks like crap everywhere. Something like help clean toilets or whatever.
Griebig says, Marlin ships all over the place.
Well, since we had a dingy-looking shuttle on the lower decks, maybe they'll bring that dingy shuttle to the game. Old and warped nacelles. I'd watch it. I'd play it.
Species 8472 is approaching.
Good for them. Good for them.
Griebig says, gotta make sure that one nacelle is about to fall off.
Oh, the one nacelle. Yeah, Riz has a one nacelle. He has a Galaxy class that he put it into the customization thing. He wanted to paint the ship red, but one nacelle wouldn't paint, so he just left it like that. He hasn't used it as far as I know, though, right? Right, Riz? So it like sits there in his shipyard thing, like. Yes. I think that's so damn funny.
Just Call Makor says, sigh.
Sigh?
Romeo India Zulu says, nah, I don't want to take it out. It'll get auto-fixed.
Yeah, as I've said before with myself, I have, as part of my ship crew, like one of my officers that I can go to like do duty officer stuff or whatever. They one of them is a ship. It's not a person, and I don't know how it happened, but so I left it alone. So whenever I contact my officers to do stuff or whatever like that, the ship shows up instead as a picture of somebody talking, you know. So I just left it alone. So I want to keep this glitch. It's funny. It's a feature. Excuse me, a feature. Ooh, we're dying. We're dying. Gary is failing. Damn, a 15-minute cooldown for that. That's crazy.
You imbecile!
Griebig says, I had an accidental feature that allowed me to get extra Jem'Hadar Vanguard buffs.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are you ready to do it?
Yeah, but I thought you wanted us to do the docking first.
Commence docking sequence.
Did you ever get it fixed, or does it still happen? Like, did they patch that or something? Or something.
Grievous says, I have 5 of them on my one science captain.
Damn. Damn, I forgot to take Gary to the shipyard to get him repaired.
I did offer.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, if you offer to say, hey, there's this issue, and they're like, we'll get to it. Like, okay, then, don't ban me because I told you. You know? Found this flaw. They don't get to me, you know?
Dalek_Curlin says, banned.
Banned.
Samu Wraith says, LOL.
Cryptic sends you a message. Yeah, your account's been banned for 2 weeks because you found a flaw or whatever that benefit toward you and what.
Something on an intercept course.
Oh, you can.
Quite sizable.
Samu Wraith says, Curland band is against regulations.
Oh, what the hell am I doing?
Dalek_Curland says, I make the regulations. Grievous says, I could see someone figure out how to repeat the bug and did it with the Janeway buff. And have an entire away team of Janeway.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
Romeo
wild.
India Zulu says, counter the ban with contraband. Pale Chimera says, I need to find a new Taylor mod script. The one I had died when they started messing around with the Taylor and whatnot. Samu Wraith says,
I think you've talked about that before. I think you've told me about that Taylor
thing. Going
thing.
to score with that lady.
In outer space?
Wherever she wants it. Outer space, the back of a car, I don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
Gary's notorious for being an idiot. I get that, like, by me, Gary the Klingon thing from that Takuvma thing.
Pale Chimera says, it left me in a position where I can't edit any existing outfits, as trying to do so will remove outfit items.
Oh yeah, that. I remember you talking about that, yeah.
You know what you can buy? A swift kick
Grievous
in
says,
the ass.
I
Out
think
of
they
here!
didn't care because right after they released
Suck
the
it!
SRO
Get
and the
shit on,
NSC for
noob!
all specializations.
Ooh. SRO in the USA.
Bullshit.
No matter who deals the final blow, I, Gary the Klingon, will get the credit through the stories that will be told by me, Gary the Klingon.
Are you in your speed all day?
Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need my source. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy.
Stain specialist.
Hey, big guy. Shitting me? You don't need $19.99. You don't need all these. Here's how to work. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays. Just $19.99. Here's how to work. Are you on your feet all day?
Hi, Billy Mays here.
For just $19.99. Billy Mays here for the Big City Slider Station. The fast and easy way to press and cook delicious sliders. Those restaurant mini burgers everyone loves. No more squishing and squashing or flipping and flopping. With the Slider Station, just scoop, press, and cook right on your stove. The unique design cooks both sides at once, so you never have to flip them. And in just 2 minutes, you'll have 5 mouth-watering sliders. Use dinner rolls, potato rolls, any bun.
Says,
potato roll?
Limited time offer, right?
And watch
At
your
Romeo
family
and
attack
Zulu.
them. Top with pickles, onions, ketchup or cheese. Big City Sliders are sure to please. The double-sided non-stick
Scorpana
surface is
says,
so slick, not even burnt-on cheese will stick. Whether it's ground beef,
Romeo
chuck
and
or
Zulu
sirloin,
says,
just scoop,
but of course.
press, and cook. No flipping and no hassle. Make healthy turkey, chicken, and veggie burgers with ease. And join the craze with me, Billy Mays. You can also cook them on a bed of onions for that classic diner taste. Or use the Slider Station as the
Romeo and
ultimate
Zulu
burger
says,
press to
pretty
load the
sure
grill
that
in no
offer
time.
expired like
And watch
17
this.
years ago.
On a busy school morning, 5 perfect egg sandwiches in an instant. Moms, you're gonna love it. And when you're done, clean up's a breeze.
But you
Call
don't
now
have to
and
take
receive the
my
Big
word
City
for it.
Slider Station with measuring scoop for just $19.99. We'll also include the Slider Station recipe guide, loaded with my favorite creations like the barbecue bacon
Samurai
cheddar
says,
and the
but it
original
has a
Billy
warranty,
Burger
right?
free. But call
Samurai
right now,
says,
and we'll send you the
LOL.
quick prep slicer, perfect for onions, pickles, and mushrooms. A $20 value, free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. You get it all. Big City Slider Station, measuring scoop, recipe guide, and quick prep slicer, all for just
Tail Chimera
$19.99.
says,
Order right
modding
now.
the tailor is a you shouldn't really do
Call
it. We will turn a blind eye to it if you keep it on the down low.
to order the Big City Slider Station, the mini burger sensation that's sweeping the nation. 1-800-630-5680.
Samurai says, a fart for a certain someone. Revit says, with the other audio going on, I thought he said at one time a big titty slider station.
How about 12 these, Mr. Taggart? I'd say you've had enough.
The big titty slider station.
Tail Chimera says, at Samurai fuck off, don't push me. Samuraith says, what you gonna do, reach through the screen? Griebig says, calm down you two.
For real,
Samuraith says, LOL.
Bull Queen. Octahedron. Octahedron.
Dalek_Kurland says, I can do that. Listen as I strangle Scorp through the screen.
What are you laughing at?
Streamlabs says, hate what you see? Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription.
For real, yo. I might unsubscribe myself. I do not recommend subscribing.
Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana, are you about to be done?
Yes, Streamlabs.
Scorpwana says, at Streamlabs, yes ma'am.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Grievig says, do you have it set to say that after you have been live after a certain amount of time? Samuraith says, that randomness man.
Generally on the hour. Like, it's more like an alarm clock type situation. If after, was it not, it's like 120-ish minutes or something like that, or at the top of so many hours, it will remind me, hey, it's an hour, and that's to remind me. Because I like to interval it out at hours. It's got so many things it can say. And sometimes it works out pretty funny. Let's see. Dyson, trade in marks. Buy those out there.
Murdoch says, here is a list of Carl de Linden lore in order https://www.youtube.com/playlist. List equals pluxwabm 2h9dvlzig 7nt underscore gx4 uservar 4j6.
Who is Carl de Linden lore?
Romeo India Zulu says, Jesm.
Bajism.
Murdoch says, he is Forest of Wires.
Forest of Wires? Use the forest Kelly's wires. Somebody please deforest Kelly. He's got forest
Romeo
all up.
India Zulu says, I forgot an E.
Oh yeah, it was I could always go back and find it.
Murdoch
it
says,
records everything.
I sent a link to you on Discord.
Oh, okay. Cool. Discord's the best way to do that. Yesterday, the great little valley. Let's see if anybody needs updating. I highly doubt it because there's nothing going on.
But not Discord.
Discord, but not that one. I love it. Yep, no changes because holdings are day camp. Day camp was funny. Embassy Gary's outreach to silly Romulans. God. Oxnews and his funny shit. Kickstarter soundstage. Gary's discoveries, the spire, and just the starbase. Home. Yes.
Griebig says, I should rename my fleet stuff.
Ah, dude, how do you make it stick? You press like enter 1,000 times or some shit? What the fuck, man? No, now is everything going to be called that? Oh my God, really? Okay, no. That's got to be a glitch.
Grievig says, the holding text stuff is so yankety.
So janky. And now it's not going to like work. Whatever one it starts on is going to be the one it's going to show, isn't it? But so now they're all back to. Oh my gosh, they just renamed themselves back to the original thing. That is so crazy. See, okay, now it says it again. But it says for everything. That's so stupid. This game, I swear. If it weren't for so many features. Okay, well, It's very. We'll leave that one kind of open. Oh, wait, what was that? Let's see. So there, which is there, and I could, but I'm not. I need to make some more achievements.
Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, indeed, sir. Maybe I can make one where, like, if you've, because it's already, if you've, like, typed individual words of, like, 50,000, that's a novel.
Pale Chimera says, oh no, I'm a bad boy, I killed 2 wolves.
Transporter operational, but this jury rigging won't last for long. He's got to come off now.
Mr. Scott.
Fire now, Mr. Kyle.
Spock is so impatient.
Santa Wraith says, Mr. Snot, Mr. Snot.
I know who, like, does those. There's, like, a log file on the soundboard thing. It's so fun to know. Shit, there's nothing to add to the thing, cause, where's it at? Was it Starbase? Was it in this here? I could technically go to my Starbase and get the people to put there, but I want to allow others to do it too, instead of myself just like filling it up, you know, because I can. I just want people to be able to like donate to get credits than to do stuff or whatever they want with it. Tactical and Security Department duty officers.
Just Call Mikor says, I know who does them too and I don't need a log.
You don't need a log.
Romeo India Zulu says, others don't.
You see that?
Yeah.
They try the ones they get by happenstance and it takes forever.
So I guess it would be a good recommendation to go ahead and like go to the base and do it then. You know who it is. Call me, Core. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. And I'm not dissing on anything. I know. Let's see. I need to add some more. I have actually 5 slots left. I wasn't aware of that.
Romeo India Zulu says, depends on how bad you want it done and how many fleet credits you got.
The revolutionary tool for watching sports. It's the live sports you want wherever you are. The secret is in the internet connection. Live sports travel on this wire to the back of your desktop.
Live sports at work? That's much better than work at work.
Wherever you go, live sports surrounds you.
Now my job
I did
is
not
way
hit
less
her.
soul
It's not
crushing.
true. It's bullshit.
Log
I
on
did
to
not hit her. I did not.
ESPN360.com.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And then What was that, tactical? Yeah, tactical.
Pale Chimera
28,
says,
28.
does anyone play
Well,
New
to be
Vegas?
fair-
Oh, don't say to be fair.
Just
I hate
Call
when
McCower
people say
says,
to be fair. It
Tommy
sounds
didn't
like,
hit the
to
lady
be
on the
fair.
ESPN commercial.
Well, to be
He
fair.
did not.
To be fair.
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 He did not. Oh, hi,
Rebix
Mark.
says, at Just Call McCower hi.
So, yeah. Excuse me. Oh. And all we do.
Grievix says, yes, my name is Mark. Just Call McCower says, hi.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hello. Let's
Nice day today. I think I might. Was that Alan?
Alan! Al! Alan!
Yeah, I don't think you can hear me, you know. Yeah.
Alan! 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 Al! Alan! 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 Alan!
Oh, so that's not Alan. Steve, that's Steve.
Steve! 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 Steve!
Oh, no, that's not Steve. That is Alan.
Alan! Alan! Al! Alan! 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 Did someone just say my name? Hey! 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 You say Alan?
I need to really extend that one. You can't really hear him go the whole full word Alan. He goes, Alan. Did you say Alan? Ollie oxen flew. There, we got them all back and running again. Any more that need it? Let's see. No. Ooh, no. Holy hell. Ooh, moving on up. To the east side. But anyway, the soundboard thing. I actually have 5 like sounds I could add to it. Any suggestions that would be like a good sound to just add to that? Nothing like, not Billy Burst though, but because I don't think it'll allow something that long. It has to be within like a certain time thing or whatever. I think under 30 seconds. Something like 10 to 15 or 30, or I can't remember, something like that. You can pay to have more time or whatever, but yeah. So it's like 5 empty slots of sounds that I haven't put in there yet. That I have not put them there. There. Yeah, brother. Oh yeah.
Just Call McCower says, oh hi Mark.
Oh hi Mark. Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. It's not true. He did not hit her. He did not. Oh hi Mark. Let's see.
Rebix says, oh hi.
Oh hi. Oh hi Danny. The room is so funny. Okie dokie. Let's see about what time it is. Everybody kind of knows that around this time it is about that time. Time when I say...
Just Call McCower says, it is Doctor Who time.
Yeah, it is. That's very true. I want to watch Doctor Who. I need to find out where I can watch Doctor Who.
Just Call McCower says, no need to count down, just cut the stream. Romeo
It's
India
420.
Zulu says, it's 420.
No matter where Riz is, it's 420. Let it be known. All right, we had a raid of 1 from Chef J Oxide. He said others came with him, but they left before he officially got here. All right. 3 hours ago, we had Pensive 9671 followed. So thanks to both of them. I don't think they're still in here, but yeah. A lot of people just come and go. It's all right. It doesn't bother me at all. Yeah. So I'm going to shut her down. And try to watch something and then probably
Good
go to
afternoon,
bed.
good evening, and
Grievous
good night.
says, are you accepting raids now?
They talked me into turning the raiding back on. Yeah, even though I don't deserve a raid. But, yeah. I slipped it back on without announcing it because I don't really care for them. You know, it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's just I don't think I'm deserving of a raid because it's what I do is boring. I play Star Trek online all the time. It's really boring. Really boring. I think that's the only one, isn't it? I haven't played anything else. Well, there was that, we call it Fall Guys that time, but that was when Star Trek went down for the maintenance
Grievous
period.
says, and you talk to your audience.
Yeah, I talk. I try. I try to acknowledge everybody, even though I kind of get overwhelmed in the thing itself, you know. So sometimes I do miss what people
Romeo
are
India
saying.
Zulu says, you got a chat room full of grown folk watching someone play a video game. Boring is irrelevant.
Well, it reminds me of like times, you know, whenever you're say back in the day, NES, Sega days, and all that, you're sitting at a buddy's house and somebody's playing and just watching them play, you know, or you hand the controller over, they're playing too, you know, or you're either helping each other out at the arcade, just watching people play in the arcade, kind of thing, you know, which you don't really see that anymore. But yeah. That's why I think it would be cool to have an arcade, like people to go in, like an internet cafe / arcade. You know, instead of going to like a skating rink or whatever, and that's all you see of an arcade machine or a Pizza Hut or something like that, just a random machine just standing there, or used to. I don't know if they are anymore or not. You know, or the random one you see in just a convenience store. I remember that once. Then they had that movie about the little kid that played Mario 3 or whatever at the end of it, you know, and they had the games that they would play throughout. Anyway, I am going to go and stuff. So I thank all of you for being here today, night, tomorrow, evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay
Grievous
safe out
says,
there.
if I had space, I had debated making my own arcade cabinet.
Now that would
Murdoch
be fun.
says, night.
Night, Murdochs. Yeah, an arcade cabinet, maybe have MAME in there, the emulator MAME, which a lot of people do. You know, they'll have it where you can have multiple games on that thing. But there's something special about actually having
I am the great
game.
Cornholio says, CYA Scorp.
CYAU too, I am the great Cornholio. Yeah, I'd always thought that'd be kind of a cool thing, because I've always wanted Mortal Kombat 2. The actual arcade game, because I love that game. That's like, you know, before 3 and the combos. That was it. But and Street Fighter, I like those. But anyway, y'all have a good night, good morning, evening. Again, I say bye-bye, everybody.
Grievous says, yeah, I was going to do a MAME cabinet. Have the big joystick and buttons.
Oh yeah.
Grievous says, have a great night all.
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut everybody short. I just, yeah, I want to go watch something. And it's my stream, and I'll say what I... No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. It's everyone's stream. And with everybody, you know, here, and everything going on, you know, in the world, I mean, we...
Much later.
And then it was like, you know, what are you going to do
I am the great Cornholio
whenever you
says,
find that
later, folks.
there? And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't understand what was going on there at that time, you know. So then again, I went to the...
Much later.
He just kept talking in one long, incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so that no one had a chance to interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic.
I love it. That's pretty awesome. The line must be drawn here. I need to get that. All right, Riz. Thank you for that outro. I love it. Bye, everybody. Gonna click it now. End stream. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.